pretty.
Hey y'all, welcome back to my channel. If you're new here, my name is Brianna and I'm a 3rd grade teacher in North Carolina. And today I just got the word that I will not be allowed into my classroom until August 19th, our official first work day. I'm a bit bitter about it, but trying to remember that there are things that I can accomplish at home. So in this video, I'm going to share everything that I'm getting ready for back to school. That does not really include decor stuff because that's the obvious. If you're changing your classroom, if you're moving a classroom, if it's your first year teaching and you need some decor stuff, you know that you're gonna make that, okay? So this is going to be more along the lines of first week of school prep, back to school open house prep, all the stuff that I do not want to worry about when I finally get into my classroom. I do have to go into my classroom at some point this week to get my Letterland kit because I'm being trained on it. And so I'm thinking I'm going to grab all of my files. However, I'm going to have to figure out a way to transport them. I can definitely use crates, but I don't know if I have enough crates. So to be determined, but that's definitely something that I let go at the end of last year. I shoved everything. My brain was just mush that last work day. And I'm like, oh, I'll do it at the beginning of next year. There's not enough time, but I would love to have my files organized. So anyway, that may be something I venture into, but I am probably going to start with some back to school night stuff today. Just get all of that prepped, printed, ready to go, so that that's one less thing to think about. Also, I originally a few weeks ago was looking at my first day plans and organizing them. And then I found out our enrichment day, which is our specials, typically was on Friday, and it was kind of split between 2 days, a shorter day on Tuesday, and then Friday was our longer planning day where the kids had most of their specials. Well, now it's on Monday, and it's basically a full planning day, and I think I have 2 blocks of 40 minutes with my kids, and that's Monday. That's going to be our first day of school. Now, I think we will still have enrichment on the first day of school because the next Monday is Labor Day, and we'll miss that. So we won't have any planning time, like what in the world. So basically, most of the things I plan to do on the first day will be on my second day of school because my kids are gonna be out of the room for majority of the day, which is kind of, I don't know. It makes me sad that I won't have my babies and I won't be able to give them any expectations or anything. Like, I've never experienced that before, but let me jump into something and I'll let y'all know what I'm doing. Alrighty, so I am trying out the crimped hairstyle. Let me know what you think of it. I feel like it never comes out as good as I want it to. I don't know. I think I like the texture more than anything, so I think this would look better if my hair was up because it would... Anyway, not the point of this video. These glasses, before I take them off because my lighting is shining into them, but they're from Clee Me. I will put my link down below, but I do get questions all the time, even in public. So they have this like floral pattern on them. I don't know, I love them, and they're like octagons, I think. Like, they're literally the only style of glasses I will buy now, the octagons, because I've never received so many compliments in my life. Anyway, one of the first things that I'm planning on doing in this moment, since I can't get into my classroom yet, is setting up a monthly planner. Now, this is different than a teacher planner, a full planner. It's literally just month to month. This year, something I plan on doing differently is having a handheld one that I can take with me, but then also I want a desk calendar. That way I could see it always in front of me. This one is from Target, and it just says 22-23 with some white stars on the front. I'm sorry that you can't see it. Okay, so here is what the cover looks like. It's super thin, literally just stapled closed. And then it has your years at a glance, just dates in the front, important dates. A few notes pages in the front. So it just simply says notes, has lines, and then also has a blank space on the bottom. So starts in July because, you know, I just bought it in the month of July, but that's okay. And all your months are at the beginning. There's nothing in between it. That way you have a simple monthly calendar to flip through. And then I believe it ends at June, which is perfect because that's when the school year ends. Then it's just literally the end of it is all these notes pages. So I thought this is perfect because when I go to meetings, I don't need to bring an extra notebook. I could just put my notes there and everything will be kept in one place. So what I'm going to do right now is go through, I got a few emails from my principal with our upcoming dates, and I'm gonna plug those into my calendar, and then I'm also going to look back at the school calendar and just plug everything that I have so far in for the year. I kind of want to do some kind of color coding. The pens or markers I'm going to be using are the Scribble Stuff ones. These are super similar to Flair pens. However, I find that my Flair pens dry out so much faster than these, and I have so many colors. Other things are mixed in here, but. So I think I'm going to decide on like color coding, like work days. I don't know. I have to print out my school calendar to really decide, but I'll get back to you and let you know what I decide to do. I just wanted to show you an example page of what I decided to do. When the quarters began, I used green. When the quarters ended, I used red. All work days are pink. Report cards are purple. Staff meetings or PD is orange. No school days are blue. The dark blue is technically holidays, and then the light blue is annual leave, which I guess they need to give an excuse of why they're giving us off. But that is what this looks like. Obviously some months have more than others, but I'm so glad I did this like right now because I don't know why, but it's given me such a headache, and I'm so glad to have it done and set and ready to go. So now I don't have to think about it. I also decided to add in black just the extra things that are thrown in there. So the actual colors are things that happen every year, you know, and then the black is all the extra meetings or extra things that come in place. I thought that would be the easiest and easiest to add in because I'll always have a black pen, or easiest to understand. Our first day is the 29th of August this year. Last year we started like the 16th. I'm kind of sad that we're starting later because now we don't get out till June 9th. All right, so the first thing I got accomplished here was my Meet Your Teacher letter. I made this template a few years ago just on PowerPoint. It's not on Teachers Pay Teachers or anything, but there's a million templates out there, or you can just always create your own. Like I literally like copied some of the font ideas and the formatting from other ones that I saw online and just made it myself. But there's just a little blurb about my education background, my favorite things listed here, and a little note to fill the space, honestly. But I do put this on the student's desk for Meet the Teacher, and then I do hang one outside of my classroom. I'm going off of my Instagram right now to see what I have on the kids' desks at open house. So my Meet Your Teacher letter, I need to find this goals page, which has a lot of our standards on it. We had the ELA on the front and math on the back, but that's probably at school. And then I'll need to print supply lists. And then I'm going to kind of work on my little flip book, but I won't probably print that out until closer to open house because I obviously have to wait for my schedule. I have to wait for my principal's guidelines and everything. And then I don't know what I'm gonna do for the little gift for my kiddos this year. I usually do a donut eraser, but I would need to order some more, so we will see. And then hopefully we get our take-home folders, and then I always put this page in the front, because in here then is all of the resources or the papers that parents need to sign and return or read through, and that is just the way that I keep everything neat and make it look inviting for the students when they come in. I think also last year I put the kid's name somewhere on here, maybe like right here on their folder, or maybe like mine is actually. That way they had like a specific seat, but it wasn't like necessarily theirs. That way they didn't go to like any random space. That is one thing to check off my list. The next thing I've printed is my supply list. So this will also be on students' desks at open house. This is a little bit different than years past because I have please bring supplies on the first day of school. This year our students are not finding out who their teacher is until they literally walk in at open house. So exciting. My list is a little bit different from our generic third grade list. I did talk about this whole thing and go through it with you guys on my Instagram on one of my lives. So if you're not following me there, definitely do, because I give extra insight into things sometimes. I like switched up the number of notebooks and folders from like the generic third grade, and then I take off a lot of the supplies. Like for example, our generic one has 4 packs of glue sticks, and I never have any problem asking for donations throughout the year, so I don't like to store things. It's a waste of space. So as we get to start running out, then I ask for them. And then I did switch to Fine Tip Expo markers this year per your guys' recommendation. However, I probably won't get many because parents will probably bring supplies to open house and they'll probably go off of the generic supply list. I do have my Amazon wish list QR coded on here, and I highly suggest you make this available for your parents. This is also the one that's linked in the description of my videos, because there's just things, I put everything on there now that like I eventually would love for my classroom, even if it's something that I plan to buy myself, because if someone happens to see it and gets it first, great. My wish list items are black Sharpies, extra headphones, outdoor play equipment, individually wrapped peanut tree nut free snacks, because I always have kiddos needing snacks, and then I thought Jolly Ranchers as opposed to lollipops sometimes, to have those on hand. Just thought it would be great for parents to bring that. So as I was printing this and thinking about the gift I want to give my kids, I have a bunch of Scholastic book coupons still, so I think I'm going to order all of them the same book to have on their desk. And then my donut thing is, you do not know how excited I am to have you in my class, which is cute. Maybe I could do some kind of bookmark, or like, it doesn't have to be donut themed. The donut has always been cute, but I'll be fine without it. Maybe I'll get them one of the donut books if it's available. I forget what they're called, but there's donut books. Or I'll get them like a third grade, first day of third grade or third grade year or something along those lines books. So I'm gonna look online for that now, because luckily I have a month before then, basically. No, a little less than that. So I'll have plenty of time to get those in. Alrighty, so we had to pause on the Scholastic book order because my birthday coupons are no longer valid, and I'm currently in a battle with Scholastic because their shipments were back ordered last year, and so I got the books 2 months later, and so I'm trying to tell them they should have extended the expiration date 2 months. So we'll see if they get back to me. I remembered a suggestion I had for y'all for something to do over the summer. Update your website. I know like if your school has a website, if you have like a page or whatever, I just update my About Me every year because I change how many years I've taught. I update it with my new supply list. I updated our grade level webpage with the group picture of who's on my team now, because that changed from last year. just little things like that. Oh, I looked at because I made this fun little, I'll put the video here, from Kim Elementary in the Mitten during COVID. She made this whole little PowerPoint slideshow thing, and I made that, so I keep that on my website. So I made sure that was updated. Create a new Class Dojo class, set up your plan book if you use that. Unfortunately, I can't set up my plan book yet because I don't have a schedule, and it's going to be very, very different than years past because we have a whole new admin. So these are just good ideas for y'all to do, but unfortunately, I cannot do all of them. So something I decided to work on tonight while I watched The Bachelorette was to put sprinkles on my supply caddy, and I am obsessed. I feel like I might need one more right here. I just took one off, but anyway, I know I said I wasn't gonna do decor things, but I feel like this is a little bit different. It's personalizing a bucket. I am so happy I picked this up. I got it when I was in Jersey at the Target dollar spot. They were literally stocking the shelf, and there were a few white ones, and then my sister was in line for Starbucks. I grabbed a white one, got in line with her, got our drinks, and when we walked by again, all of the white ones were gone. So it was literally meant to be. I love that I can have a pop of sprinkles near my desk now, and also I've never had a place to put my whiteboards. Instagram saw this first, so if you're not following me there, please do. But at my small group table, my whiteboards have sat on the floor. I know that seems so silly. I could have used like a book bin or something, but I just didn't. And this is so perfect because it can literally house our expos, highlighters, and pencils on this side, and then our whiteboards on that side. I'm not going to put any sprinkles here because I feel like that would just be a way too much of an overload, but I am so excited. I might even put like vinyl my name or something, like small group caddy, or I don't know. I don't need to go that crazy, but I love this so, so much. All I did was I found like an oval shape. I make my kids' names on these sprinkles for my outside board as well, the large ones, and I just go ahead and have my Cricut cut a lot of them. These are little mistakes that I peeled off and just stuck here, whatever, but as you can see, it cuts out a lot of them, and then I just stick them on in all the different colors in a random spot, and then if I don't like it, as you saw, I peel it off, and it's the most simple touch to my donut classroom, and I absolutely love it because I feel like it's so unique to just my classroom. Alrighty, y'all, I'm going to wrap up this video here. I just finished editing it, and I did get to go to my classroom today, got all of my files, so I'm going to start a new video reorganizing them, cleaning them out, making sure I don't have multiple copies of things, and making a separate file of like the first few week copies that we're going to need. So if you're not subscribed, make sure you do. I will be doing more videos like this up until I get into my classroom, but great news, I'm leaving Tuesday next week to go get my puppy, so that will be new in my life as well. So maybe I'll make all the videos before then to keep y'all updated, but if you're not following me on Instagram, make sure you do there because I have been touching base with y'all every day, and I will see you in my next one. Thanks for watching. Bye.